Are we on?
Yes. Yep.
All right. We good? Roll them?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to cover is Brian's lazy way of eating really good. Okay? Now when I say lazy, it's not really lazy, but it's just fast. You can imagine with our lifestyle, with running a business, with my prioritization of working out 5 or 6 days a week, with 4 kids in all kinds of different directions, life gets really hectic. Got to get kids off to school, and some of you know or remember what that's like. So I need to have really good food, really handy, really accessible, and make it really easy for me. I don't have the need to go to McDonald's or anything like that. I will never do that. I haven't done any of that stuff in probably 20 years. So what I'll end up doing is starving. So rather than starving, I'd rather not have to do that. This is what I do first thing in the morning. I'll either do this or use my Vitamix. I'm really lazy though, so I don't even want to clean the darn thing, so I usually don't even use that, all right? But this is awesome. It tastes really good. If I'm really wanting a treat or an ice cream or a shake or a smoothie kind of texture, it'll usually be on the weekends, and I make similar shakes. But thank you, Heather. I'm going to be adding some of these greens as well. On a really fast day, I will grab my blender bottle like this. I'll take my almond. Now this is really key. I think it's important if you can find unsweetened almond, unsweetened hemp milk, or unsweetened coconut milk. The unsweetened stuff it'll be regular, it'll say unsweetened, or it'll say what's the
original.
Other one? Original. Those are the adjectives you want to look for. If we see the ones that say vanilla or chocolate, those are yummy to the tongue, but they're going to have a lot of carbohydrates and they're going to have sugar in it. That's what we really want to stay away from. If you really want to have the vanilla flavor, you can get vanilla extract and put it on in there. Okay? But anyway, so I get any one of those. I'll dump about I don't know, about half of it. I don't even measure it. Just dump it in. I don't have time to measure, right? So I'll dump one of those 3 in there. The next thing I'll often do is I will take hemp seeds like this. Or I'll say, or we get hemp powder protein mix. It comes in a bag. We have some up here. I don't know if I have any here. But it's a protein powder that you can get, packed full of protein. It'll usually be, the ones I like is hemp. Hemp has a lot of fiber. It has a lot of great energy in there, omega-3s, and Heather could tell us a whole list of other stuff, but it's really good for you. Okay, really, really good. So I'll put that in there. Then what I'll do is I will usually almost always go for the chia seeds, which are right here. Okay. I will use, these things will store for about ever. They're dry. We keep them in a container like that. I don't even measure them, but if you want to, a couple of teaspoons. Okay, tables, I don't know. I just pour it right in there. Remember, I'm lazy. So then what I do after that is I will literally go like this for about 30 seconds maybe as I'm walking around and usually getting something or, encouraging a kid to get ready or something like that. Okay, so I'm doing that. Now you can actually drink it right on the spot, just like that. And as somebody pointed out earlier, the chia seeds, if you drink it like that, they'll go inside your stomach, and we all know, or most of us know, that they will expand. So getting a feeling of fullness is important for some of us. They'll go in here and they'll expand and they'll get you a feeling of fullness. So make sure you don't drink too many of them. Usually what I do though is I shake it up, I mix, and then I go shave or I do something like that. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes later they will have expanded in here. I usually shake it again and then I drink it. Sometimes I'm running so late it is not recommended, but this goes in the car with me and I'm running and I'm sticking it in there. I'm trying to be a realist. I know for a lot of us we don't have a lot of time. This might be my whole entire breakfast. It's got tons of protein. It's got hemp in there. On a better day, though, usually my wife makes a wonderful breakfast, but sometimes that's what I'll have. I like to have protein right after my workout. I work out from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock every day, 5 days a week, and usually something on the weekends. And we want to get some proteins in our body right away to allow that. So a lot of times that'll be an after the workout sort of regimen. Now for lunch, I got to make my own lunch as well, okay? So I don't want to be stuck either having a choice to starve or go to McDonald's. And what I do want to do is I want to make sure that I eat on a regular basis. I don't time it, and oftentimes some of you have seen how busy it gets in here. Literally, I'm up here adjusting people and I've got an apple. There's one right there. I'll just be chomping on an apple as I go throughout the day. I aim for 5, if not 6 times of eating per day. I'm grazing like a cow, a buffalo, or a deer. Okay, I'm grazing throughout the day. That's going to be very, very important, and that's what helps us to optimize our weight.
And the nuts back there.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I'll also make it really easy, fast, and available. I'll have almonds. Usually I have almonds, or I know at Relay Foods, at Whole Foods, at Trader Joe's, you can get some nuts. So what I have here is we get a bag about yay big, I don't know what it is, but a big bag of nuts, okay, usually almonds, and I have them in my drawer. And sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm getting hungry, reach in, I grab a handful or two, I drink some water. There's some good protein and some good fats right there. So those are snacks that I have throughout the day. I also have a blender bottle here at the office. So in a pinch, and it happens once or twice a week, I'm working later during the day, I make up a shake right here. We have to start getting away from eating for pleasure all the time. Heather demonstrated that we can definitely be healthy and pleasurable at the same time. But if we want to optimize our weight and therefore our health, we have to start eating for performance. Okay? So I'll be honest with you, the shakes that I make are going to be nothing like what Heather just made here. They are really, really good and high-packed protein and a lot of good stuff in there, but they don't taste that good. Okay? And to me, it's just all about performance. So that's what I want to feed my body. Here's what I do for lunch. I will get a bag. These happen to be from Trader Joe's. It's not like we're trying to sell Trader Joe's. You can get them at Food Lion or anything. I do recommend organic whenever you can. If you can't afford it or don't think it's a high enough priority, you just can't find it, don't worry about it that much. The organic stuff makes it a lot easier, and yes, it does have a lot more vegetables, and it's not, or a lot more nutrients in it. Thank you. It does have a lot more better nutrients in it, and it's not sprayed. These here, they're usually washed, triple washed, or whatever. I go like this, you guys. I go like this. I open it up like this, and for lunch, I reach my hand in there, I grab a handful, and then I put it right in there.
Do it.
That's what I will go at breakfast time, we're eating, I'm making my lunch, and it'll be, I like to eat a lot, so it'll be something like that. There you go, there's my lunch, okay? Now that's not enough because I don't have any protein yet. If we have some awesome pea shoots, or if we have any sort of other things that I can add to that, that would be another thing. Bam! Can I do that too?
Yes.
We'll just take that right out, and I'll just go like this, and I'll just throw it right in there, just like that. Now I eat for performance. I can eat just about anything. So I actually don't even throw dressing on here, and the reason is because as I'm sitting at my computer and I'm eating, and this is just not the best thing to do, but this is a reality. This is a reality class. I just grab it like that, and I don't have to wash my hands and get all kinds of oil on it. But if I were to go with an oil, it would be like a balsamic vinegar and an olive oil. Just dump it right on there, okay? So that's some good flavors. Now, for my protein, look at how easy this is. Here, again, is Trader Joe's. You can get it what's that?
It's open.
So
Yeah.
it'll be.
Yeah, okay. So this here is from Trader Joe's. Grilled chicken strips. I happen to be a fan of chicken. You can do fish. You can do. Do they have cooked meat as well? Do they have cooked any of that other stuff?
Beef, no.
Beef, no. This is what we usually get right here. It's already cooked. This is perfect for the lazy man or woman. Okay. So here it is, heat and serve. You don't even have to heat it. Again, I'm just not that much of a foodie. I open it up. Here we go. We have it in the fridge. I just dig right on in there. I grab some strips and I throw it right in there like that, guys. That's what I do. If I really want, I might put some juice in there. I throw some strips in there. I put a lid on it. I put a lid right on it and I pack it away. And what I'll do is I'll put, my container happens to be built in with a little ice pack in there. That goes right on top. I put it in my little toolbox, lunchbox things. My kids joke about it. It looks like a big toolbox. And there's how I keep it cold. That's not enough for me, and I don't think it's enough for any of you either. I love carrots. They store for a long time in the refrigerator. We get organic carrots. We stick them in the crisper box. We have it ripped open like that. I also reach in and grab a big old carrot, and it gets thrown right in next to it inside my lunchbox. Okay. What are some other things? I always have bars. Now at our office it's easy because we sell them, and I'll be honest with you, I'll walk right up and and I'll grab one of those bars. So you want to make sure you have something fast, easy, readily accessible, and right near you so you don't have to go out to the vending machine or anything like that. I'm a big fan of fruit as well, so I usually will take, if we can get it, we'll usually do an organic apple. Throw one of those in. It might be a banana, or nowadays we have some nectarines, right? We've got nectarines going. It'll be an orange or something. I usually get 2 pieces of fruit. I'll get some sort of salad situation with some meat like that on, and a carrot, and there's my lunch. Okay. So for snacks throughout the day, again, it would be almonds. Typically almonds or some sort of trail mix sort of thing. And then maybe a protein shake or maybe one of those bars. Does anybody have any questions? Simple, fast, easy, sexy, and lazy. I like the sexy. Sexy sells.
Can you elaborate any on the bars? There's
Yeah.
some kind of bars.
Some of the bars I like, they have a ton of them at Whole Foods. They have a ton of a Relay. You guys probably have those as well. I know you can get a bunch there. I get them in the boxes or even at Trader Joe's. My favorite kind right now is a company called Vega Bar, and it's a vegan or vegetarian protein that they use in that. What we want to do, it does have some carbs in it, and it's hard to be both sweet and yummy tasting and sell, and at the same time be, protein. But I would aim for a protein bar. I do not recommend, I do not like any sort of artificial sweeteners at all. You definitely want to stay away from that. For as bad as sugar is, and it's really bad for us, for as bad as sugar is, I would eat sugar sooner than I would eat any kind of artificial sweetener. I would not eat any artificial sweetener. Really, we need to stay away from sugar altogether. If you have to have them, off topic, did I answer your question? Okay. If I have to have a sweetener, and lately I've really been into this, I will eat stevia like in my tea and sometimes even in my coffee. Okay. Everybody heard of stevia? Stevia is awesome. It's made from a plant. It's really good. It works just as well as aspartame and all that other junk that's out there, but it's natural. So that's a really good sweetener as well. Oh, there's one other thing that I wanted to talk about that's even lazier than this, and I really like this one. What we have to think about again is performance. We want to think for the average American meal where we're having like steak and potatoes or steak and broccoli or some sort of spinach for dinner, that is a perfect example for breakfast. So a lot of us, if we even switch what we have for breakfast with our dinner, that is a great example of good performance. We want to have high-packed protein and even some good fats for breakfast to get your day started. I like to recommend eating something before 8 o'clock in the morning. You do want to get something, especially protein, into your body first thing, especially if you want to optimize. Otherwise, if we don't break that fast that we've had since 7 o'clock or whenever our last meal was, if you don't break that fast, and that's why they call it break fast or breakfast, if you don't break that fast, the body goes into hibernation state, it goes into stress state, it starts to stress out, and then bad hormones like cortisol and other hormones start to be released, and it stresses the nervous system out. Okay? So what my recommendation is, or what I like to do, is we usually have extra food at dinner time. So there's usually some sort of good protein source, and just like Heather said, grass-fed, grass-finished, as close to nature as you can possibly get it, free range. And I know nowadays we got to have 16 adjectives in front of chicken or whatever it is that you're eating, but you really want to start looking for those adjectives. For as close to the way nature intended it is the better. So what I do is at nighttime, we have the Tupperware here, whatever's left over, there's my lunch. Okay, so it gets packed right in. I'll do some salad. If we ran out of salad, we ate it all, because we have salad at every meal, or at least at every dinner, right? Every dinner, boom, I'll throw some extra in there, and I'll throw my whatever the leftover dinner was, and there's my lunch for the next day. We always got to think ahead and not get trapped without having anything. Here at the office, I have a few backup things. I have some split pea soup that we have that we got is in a dried format. In a pinch, I could throw some hot water in that, and I can stir it up, and I have some other things as well. So I think that concludes my my talk. Does anybody have any other questions? Cool. Well, I want to thank you for your attention. And come on up and eat.